Hello everybody, shocking into 1000 here reporting for duty. Welcome back to an episode of Metroid Prime. In the last episode, we managed to defeat two bosses. One in the Hive Totem that was guarding the missile launcher, and the plated beetle that was guarding our morph ball. Now that we have access to both of them, we can do a little bit more in our progressive journey. Starting off, we are going back to where the Hive Totem is, where we got our missile expansion ability. And we're going to be making our way straight over to where we could not originally gain access to where we grabbed our first energy tank. So we're just going to ignore any enemies that are coming up, because they're just basically there to serve as a distraction. There we go. Okay, now we go into this pipe at long last. Oh, and also, I should say, when I mentioned in episode 2, if you push down the X button, you can jump in morph ball mode. That is only a function if you have the bombs equipped. If you don't have morph ball bombs, you can't push the X button to jump. Okay, nothing important there. Okay, good. We'll move on. And here, access to Magmore Caverns North granted. We could use this to access a new area, but I highly recommend against doing that. Reason why is because there is still something for us to do here in Chozo Ruins first. So access a new creature. Oculus. Wall crawlers that generates electric pulses. The Oculus exposes a single eye when active. The electrical field that covers it is enough to deter most predators. If the Oculus detects anything capable of presenting a real threat, it retracts into its impenetrable shell. And this decorative object is obstructing the path along a magnetic track. 4 runic symbols, or runic symbols, I think is probably how you say that, adorn its surface. Matching symbols within this area must be scanned to gain access here. So we got War Wasp that hit a wall. Samus, thank you. This cordite wall hanging appears to be slightly cracked. Right, so that is another code word. Cordite. Anything that says cordite on it, you can destroy it with a missile. So we got Chozo lore here. The script translated. The cries of this dying land echo in our ears as we Chozo watch the great poison sip even further into the living pulse of this planet. The dark energy sinks into the trees and waters, devouring all life. Peaceful beasts die by the thousands. Some creatures survive, but their forms grow as twisted and evil as the forces fell from the sky. Many of these mutated monstrosities remain small enough to do little harm, but others grow enormous and threaten our very existence. One such beast defiles our sacred fountain, disgorging poison from its foul form, replacing pure flowing water with cascades of creeping death. Even in the face of such horror, we Chozo do not turn in fear. We are all that stands in the way of this great poison. and it is our duty to contain it. So this obviously means that something is present that's causing the poison to mature in the Chozo ruins, and it's up to us to find it. Oh. Okay. I thought these could be destroyed with the missiles. Apparently, I am wrong. Just trying to load up the webpage real fast. Taking a minute to load. Oh, okay. Ignore what I said. If it says cordite, that does not mean you destroy it with a missile. It involves an ability that we do not yet have access to. So I just wasted 2 missiles for nothing. Okay, so going down this way. Turn into Morph Ball again. Oh, yeah. There we go. Right. So in this room, there is another missile expansion that we can see, but because we do not have access to bombs yet, there's nothing we can do. If we scan this, these metal gates block entry to the center of the room. And we can scan these 3 things. This appears to be the first of 3 locking mechanisms that seal the gate. The lock is active, but its key slot is sealed by a weak metal grating. This appears to be the second of 3 locking mechanisms that seal the gate. And it has the exact same description about what to do with the other one. So you need morph ball bombs to interact with those things. There's nothing we can do about that yet. And we've got more chozo lore. The future is a vague thing, ever-changing and always in doubt. Even if we chozo could gain the ability to foresee the future, it would be a hollow gift, for we could never hope to control what has yet to occur. The fountain is an example of this. The day may come when its water dries up and there is nothing we can do to stop such a tragedy. But we do know this. Unlike the uncertain flow of water, the power of our will is strong and enduring. The will of the chozo will never run dry. I'm just scrolling up my page real fast. Because remember the energy tank that we saw at some point last episode? Well, we're approaching it. We just go in through this doorway. There are some beetles here. I'm just going to ignore them. And here is our energy tank. This is energy tank number 3. Whoops, I hit 4 by mistake. Let's see, energy tank number 2 is... I don't know if it's accessible for us yet. Right, so the war wasp nests have actually regenerated, but because we've only got the 1 missile left, nothing I can do with it. Okay, there we go. Just ignore them. Right, so we'll turn into Morph Ball. Just ignore those scarabs. And we have another chozo lore over there. No structural weaknesses detected in metalwork. Okay. Nothing to scan over there. Nothing to scan there. Here. Fountain choked by overgrowth, toxin levels are high. And this shows a lore. The surges of negative energy brought by the meteor far exceeded our expectation. We chozo have yet to find a way to rid ourselves of the great poison. All we can do now is seal it away and wait for the day when a power to purify the poison appears. However, it is already impossible to collect all the pieces of the great poison as it has already spread, sipping into the planet and hardening. So that's the only thing to take note of. So we have toxic water in this room. So we just go over here. Oh, God's sake, these blinking bugs. There we go. Down this room over here, I'm going to show you. Oh, hang on, I've got a sneeze coming. Bless me. Unimportant detail. Right, this is important scan. Toxin levels near 90% in local water supply. Right. So, this is the reason why I said for you to actually ignore going into... Sorry. When I showed you the elevator that takes you to Magmore Cabins, I said do not go in it yet. Entering this doorway, intense heat readings detected behind this door. If you enter, heat level critical. Life support failing. Yeah. Magmore Cabins is basically the definition of this entire room. If you go to Magmore Cabins, there are some rooms where you do not have to deal with this high temperature thermal room, but there are a ton of rooms that are too hot and humid for you to even step foot in. So you need the Faria suit to gain access into those rooms. Otherwise, you are not to enter them. Now, get your scan ready because this is one enemy that's not easy to scan. The Shriek Bat. Territorial ceiling dweller, body temperature peaks at 121 degrees centigrade. Shriek bats have high internal temperature, making them easy to spot with thermal imaging. They roost on cave ceilings while hunting for small prey. Fiercely territorial, they dive bomb anything that wanders near. So if we step foot around here, they will dive bomb at the exact location where you were standing, and if they hit the impact on the floor, they will instantly die. That's why you're supposed to try and get a scan of them from a distance while you have the opportunity to do it. Otherwise, they will dive bomb you and instantly die, meaning you have to walk out of 2 rooms and then come back just to respawn them. And if that doesn't work, then leave the entire area. So like go from Chozo Ruins to Talon Overworld, and then go back from Talon Overworld into Chozo Ruins. Vast portions of trees' cellular structure have been consumed by toxins distributed through source water. And there's another enemy there. Analysis suggests the presence of a brick symbol here. Okay. Well, here's a creature. Reaper Fine. Powerful rock-dwelling tentacle. A single eye upon the Reaper Find keeps a constant figgle, but its vision is limited to 10 meters. A scythe-like appendage on its tip is honed to lethal sharpness. The Reaper Find will swing this blade wildly at anything that enters its zone of perception. So these finds will constantly keep showing up. Just shoot one at its eye, it will retract, and then in time, it will come back. There is no way, as far as I know, that you can kill those things. So we're just going to proceed onwards. Right, so that's the rune symbol there. I'm just going to jump up real fast. Okay, just scanning that. Oh, no, wait. This runic symbol has been activated. 4 runic symbols in this room must be activated. I think they will be active even if you leave the room and then come back. So that's what those symbols do. We'll just shoot that. There's going to be another Reaper Find over here. Okay, there we go. Enter the doorway. No enemies down here, so you should be fine. And then we're getting access to another save room over here. There we go. Right. First place we want to go to is down this way. We want to enter this door. There is another doorway up above, but we can't do anything in that doorway just yet, so just ignore it for the time being. Right, over here. No scan involving this wall, but there's another missile expansion here. So I'm going to have to scroll down a bit. Okay, so this one is missile tank number 16. I'm just going to scroll back up the page because of certain reasons. Oh, right. Facing the wall. Okay, follow the path onwards. Just give that a quick scan. And in this room, I'm just gonna like jump up here real fast. We'll get rid of these toxic mushrooms. Because up here, this large metal gate blocks entrance to the area beyond. 4 runic symbols adorn its surface. Matching symbols within this room must be scanned to gain access here. And the first one is immediately found down here. Now, we just need to jump down. There is a collectible in this room, but do not jump into the water because you will regret it. Here's runic symbol number 2. Here's number 3. is found right over here. As soon as you scanned all of them, a fifth symbol will show up on the door. So as soon as you scan that, the gate will now be unlocked. And chozo lore. Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague, dark foreboding. Foreboding. Wait. We had a vague, dark foreboding, and it just stops there. And it became. I thought it was going to be like a dark foreboding, what's such and such, or whatever. Right? It became the truth. A meteor appeared from nowhere. Okay, so actually reading these out of order, basically. Casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Its destructive force spent the fallen star burned itself out rapidly, and the incident should have faded into memory, but the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, a strange energy that clawed at natural life with a ferocity. That strange negative energy emitted from the meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 in a night, as a spider weaves a web. Ooh, okay. Now, there is more detail into this chozo lore than all other chozo lores. I know the detail of this, but I am not going to be saying anything about it until the time comes. But I am going to be taking a screenshot of this so that I can remind myself about it when the time comes. Because at the end here, the charge beam and unidentified obstruction approximately 1 meter wide blocks the hole. Right. This cannot be destroyed with missiles. We're going to have to wait to come back here later. Okay, yeah. So there you go. There's our third ability already. We can now draw items close to our present. And upon grabbing this, these enemies will become active. We're just going to take the lower path. Okay, there we go. We'll start making our way back. And first thing that I want to do is show that you cannot make that jump. Okay? So I had on my screen one of the energy tanks that was labeled Energy Tank 2. I was having a feeling like, oh, can I get this now? And it probably goes to show that he probably can't. Or can you? Because you can actually jump up here, go across there, jump up, and then you want to make a U-turn up here. There's more shriek bats up there. And we can see there is a missile expansion there. So we'll just go down this passageway. Scan this. Luminescent cylinders functioning at 80%. Structural weaknesses detected throughout sandstone wall. Right. I think I mentioned sandstone being something you can destroy with bombs. So we got no choice but to proceed onwards down here. More shriek bats. And along this way. Oh, right. Yeah, you can go down this way if you actually have the ability of the bomb, so we can't do that yet. But we actually do need to go down this way, believe it or not. Okay, more shriek bats. Got some platforms down here. Inactive platform lit detected. Its function should return once power has been restored. The water has shorted out this slot machine. It is inoperable. Now this is new. Lock system engaged. Secure the area to unlock the door. But we can leave the way we came in from. I think we came here a bit too soon. Yeah, I think we did. Okay, so you got that room to pay attention to. We can't do anything with it yet. So I kind of jumped the gun on that one. So remember to come back there at a later point. But I'm going to make my way to the save station, and we're going to actually call it an end to this episode. Next time on Metroid Prime, we will see if we can find this fountain that the chozo lore has told us about, where it's actually been spewing out poison, and see if we can find any way to cleanse it. We'll see you guys in the next episode.